Impossible Foods, the maker of plant-based alternatives to meat, is struggling to keep up with demand. KPIX5's Kiet Do on the growing pains for the Bay Area company.
So I'm here at Impossible headquarters in Redwood City. This is one of the fastest growing and most closely watched startups in the Bay Area. It's a big day for them here, so we're here to talk about everything from their shortages at Burger King to, has President Trump tried one of these burgers? Are you going to encourage President Trump to try one? This is Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue. More on that later.
And we want to enable them to keep eating the foods they love.
Today was the company's launch of so-called Generation If to get young kids excited about eating plant-based foods. Impossible's own research says the younger generations, millennials and Gen Z, are much more likely to eat their products. Rebecca Shanklin says that's because many baby boomers don't even know about it.
If they try it, I think they all like it. It's not as well publicized yet, but it's getting there.
Here you go. Thank you.
Since launching Impossible Burger 2.0 in January, they've seen rapid growth and can now be found at more than 10,000 locations. Investors are excited too. Today, the company announced Series E funding worth $300 million. But Impossible hit a snag when Burger King ran out earlier this year, and smaller restaurants also lost out on sales because of the shortage. CEO Pat Brown says it is all hands on deck.
We're hiring as fast as we can factory workers for our Oakland plant so that we can run 3 shifts a day, 7 days a week. Meanwhile, our employees from Redwood City and also from Oakland are working overtime basically at the plant to be able to help out scale production.
This is a ground meat application. As for your own kitchen, retail sales are set to begin sometime later this year. No word yet on pricing. Are you going to encourage President Trump to try one?
Well, if he asks, obviously. I think President Trump is pretty exploring on his own, so if I have the opportunity, I'll give him my experiences.
Back to Secretary Perdue, who makes regular visits all across the country to check out the new innovations. What do you want to say to cattle farmers who are a bit worried about trends like this?
Well, again, obviously there's always anxiety, but this will be a long trend, and ultimately the consumer's in charge.
In Redwood City, Kiet Do, KPIX5.
When we asked about an Impossible IPO, the company said they are just focused on ramping up production and making the most delicious product possible right now.